Hi and welcome back to another story from Reddit, Tales from Tech Support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future content. Let's now get straight into today's video. The Tale of the Missing DC. Around 2006 I got hired on as a network engineer for a company. The senior VP of IT, my boss, decided to have me hit the ground running by upgrading all of the domain controllers within the organization. They had already purchased the hardware from a VAR and was having it all shipped to my office. I start building the DCs, and as I finished them I shipped them out to our field techs in remote, other locations with specific instructions on what to do, since we spanned multiple states. Aside from my office there was a DC that needed replacing about an hour from my location. I decided to put the DC in my car and haul it down there. I get to the location, name is on the building, swipe my badge at the main doors. Swipe my badge to get into a more secure area of the building, and then swipe my badge to get into the server room. I find the old DC, unrack it. Install the new DC in the exact same location, put a label on it, and finish setting everything up. About 2 weeks later on a Monday I get a call from the help desk. Logins are slow at that location or they are timing out and just some odd things going on. I go to RDP to the server. Nothing. I'm like odd. Go to ping it. Nothing. We have a field tech at the building that day doing some stuff so I give him a call. Me. Hey, it looks like the DC is down there. Can you go physically reboot it for me? FT. Sure. Let me walk into the server room. FT. Where is it? Me. Second rack. Towards the bottom, there are only 2 racks. It has a label on it and it's a Dell XXX. FT. It's not here. Me. What do you mean? FT. I see the rails and the cables, but no server. Me. Where the F did it go? At this point I am completely dumbfounded. I hang up from the field tech and call all of my counterparts to see if they did something with the server. Aside from a good laugh that I lost a domain controller, nobody knew anything about it. So, I call up my boss to tell him somebody stole our DC. Me. Hey, somebody stole our DC from X location. SVP. What? How did they do that? Me. I dunno. I had the FT physically check and it's literally not there. SVP. When did it go down? Me. Looks like Friday evening. We were closed on weekends and had no monitoring software, should have been a bigger red flag to me. SVP. Oh, I bet I know what happened. I sublease space in the server room to the VAR. They store equipment in there and stuff. Our agreement ended and I decided not to renew. I bet they took it when they were moving their stuff out. Me. You what? Why did nobody ever tell me this? SVP. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Then he hangs up on me. I reconfigure everything but don't delete, remove the DC from Active Directory. I figure we will get it back in a couple of hours or a day once the mistake was noticed. I called the field tech and told him don't plug the DC in when we get it back. I want to check it out offline before we plug it back into the network. It becomes Friday and still no DC. So I email my boss and he tells me we should have it next week. Next week comes and goes. Still no server. Email the boss again, it will be here next week. I call the FT and remind him, don't plug it in until I can look at it. 3.5 months later, I get a call from the FT. FT. Hey. While you were out on vacation we got that DC back. Me. Oh, that's great. I'll be out there tomorrow to take a look at it. FT. I already plugged it back into the network. It's been on for a few days. Me. Did you at least check it out offline? FT. Nope, everything seems to be working. Hangs up the phone. Fortunately, everything was working just fine. My time was short there as a network engineer, as things like this were not uncommon and I couldn't take it anymore. But they do provide some of my best tech support stories.